Global markets have gone into a
Thank you.
tailspin today after a little-known Chinese company called DeepSeek entered the AI arms race with a similar app with functionality to market leader ChatGPT. Now, what's caused concern here is that even this early on, DeepSeek appears to be another way for Beijing to further exert control on Western nations, and in particular, our online-centric young people. Joining me now to discuss the potential implications of this technology, Director at Strategic Analysis Australia, Michael Shoebridge. Michael, thank you for your time. What is DeepSeek and what's this concern about Chinese communist influence?
Well, Peter, DeepSeek is a company and a product. So it's a Chinese company that makes large language models like ChatGPTs, but it does it using less hardware and in a cheaper way. So the problem is that, as you say, this is China entering the AI arms race, but it's with Chinese Communist Party policies, censorship and direction baked in.
All right, so give us some examples of where we should be concerned about this.
So, if you ask ChatGPT about the Chinese Communist Party or about the Chinese political history, you'll get answers that include things like Tiananmen Square and Chinese Communist Party corruption. If you ask DeepSeek, it says, can't we talk about something else? So the question is, how reliable is this AI model, and what's in the black box and how much is controlled by Beijing?
Geez, we're already struggling to get our young people to understand all the ups and downs, the good and bad of history without the whitewashing, but this is a real risk. How do we manage the risk? I mean, this is not going to be the only such AI product to come out of China. We're in an arms race, as you say, in relation to AI. How do we deal with this into the future?
Well, we saw with the pandemic that the source of products really matters because the source gets to control whether you have it or not. So if we're worried about pharmaceutical precursors being controlled by Beijing, well, we sure as hell should be worried about digital tools like AI being controlled by Beijing because they can turn them off on a whim. So don't think about, instead of a beef tariff, a company that uses Chinese AI can have its business operations turned off at the whim of Beijing.
All right, just quickly before you go, I know you're a defence analyst as well as a cyber analyst. Former veteran Pete Hegseth, he's been confirmed as the new Defence Secretary for Donald Trump. What can we expect under his watch?
I think he'll move quickly and it'll be on some of Trump's key priorities. So reducing diversity programs in the Pentagon, refocusing the Pentagon on warfighting and competition with China. That's probably bad news for European allies, being much more demanding of allies, and probably opening up some of the Pentagon spending to US tech companies rather than just the big traditional slow-moving defence companies.
All right, so the nimble stuff, the stuff that we haven't done very well here, drones and all the new technology, focus too much on the big old kit. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, that's right. And that'll be part of his efficiency and cost-cutting drive. But he's also going to really want to see a warfighting edge with the US military, rather than sort of softer policies. And again, diversity will be a real target of his reign, I think.
Interesting. Andrew Hastie says, weakness is provocative. We can only do that with strong troops at the border. Thanks for your time, Michael.